This is week 8, day 2 video. I think we are moving on to something bigger and bigger sums, which I think will be very exciting, especially for children who have always been terrified with this whole big sums and always think that, oh, it is not possible. But once you start using the soroban, they will know where to add things. So to start with, as a warm-up, give them like 10 3-digit questions, for example, like this, okay? Get them to recognize what they are and then ask them to tell you the value of each of the bit. This is, always say, remind them. Now, on the soroban, we always work from left to right, okay? So ask them to say, what is that value? 320 at 7. Okay. Now then, after you've done a few of those questions, then on each number, ask them, well, what if I want to add 100? What do you think the answer is? So try to encourage them to look at the beads on the virtual soroban and do them mentally. So they should be able to imagine adding 100 there. So should be 427. And then at other times, say, can you add 20? So then they should be able to add 20. Try to do this without them having to think of the number 1, 5 or 10, ideally to build up the confidence, and then say, what if I need to add 2 more? And it will be 327. Do a few of these and then show them how easily, by understanding number 1, 10 and 100, you can do question like this. For example, 130. How do you make 130? 1 bit of 100 and 3 tens and 0 unit. 1 bit of 100, 3 tens and 0 units. How do you add 170? Well, that is very simple. Add 100 to the hundreds place. Add 7 tens to the 70 to the tens place. Well, you can't quite add 70. There isn't enough. Look, there are only 60 here. So the only way is to bring a friend, go next door. Who is a friend of 70? 30. Bring a friend, 30, go next door. The answer is 300. Next one, we're going to try to do 145 at 155. Now, this is double carrying over, isn't it? 145 is made of 40 and 5. How do you add 155? Now, 155 is made of 150 and 5. So put 100 first, and then put a 50. 50 is there. And then put a 5. Now we cannot fit in 5, yes? 5 can't fit in, so you need to bring a friend, go into 10. Who is a friend of 5? It's 5. So take away 5, bring a 5. Add 10. Can I add 10 into here? No, there aren't any more bits. Who is a friend of 10? 90. The answer again is 300. And then the next thing, what do you like them to do? Is to do this page mentally. Now they need, by now, they should be familiar and be able to do this. What you want them to do is to group all the tens, the units. So intentionally, I have put different numbers at different places, not in order. So I put the units there, put the units there, put the tens in the middle. Or I put the tens and then the tens there and then units in the middle. Or I put the hundreds and then 2 different tens. The idea is they need to encourage them to add up all the value of the same column together. For example, if we're doing this question, what we do is you say 40 at 10, 50 at 20 is 70, then add the 7, 77. And then you got a question like this. For example, like this one, number 10. You got 100 there, 100 there, a 50 there, a 10 there. So what you want them to do is to group the hundreds together first and group the tens and group the units, if any. In this case, you say, oh, group up the hundreds first. 100 at 100 is 200. And 50 at 10 is 60. What is 200 at 60? Is 260. So get them to do this mentally. This is a good exercise, and get them to break down, dissect each of the value on the flashcard and get them to put the total sum here. And to make it clearer, you can put this, for example, this is 410 and 1. You can put an add sign if you want. So what is 400 at 10 at 1? It's 411.